But now let's discuss our featured story of the day. The headline reads, 1 million for Bitcoin. Samson Mow stuns with Chinese New Year Bitcoin price prediction. Now, shout out to Samson Mow. He's the one who has been calling for Bitcoin to reach $1 million within days to weeks after the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF, and he just updated us based upon the Chinese astrology. As you know, we're entering the year of the dragon. So here's his latest. And actually, I'm going to start with the whole thread he just posted on February 11th, today at 2:44 a.m. Now, personally, I love astrology and especially what we're discussing right here. So hopefully you enjoy this as well, especially on my birthday. It makes it that much even more significant. So much love, much respect. Pump the likes, pump the stream. Quoting Samson Mow. Happy Chinese New Year. 2024 is the year of the green dragon, or the wood dragon, as its element is wood. This dragon comes once a century and represents wealth, riches, and auspiciousness. Combining this particular dragon with Bitcoin may usher in the Omega candle. Now, if you're not familiar with the Omega candle, we've been discussing that. Another term is God candle, but God candle we define as a $10,000 single daily uptick on the daily chart. Omega candle is 10x the God candle, hence $100,000 single uptick on the daily chart. Let me know your thoughts on that. So here's the thread. I'm going to read as much of this as I can. In Chinese culture, the green dragon is primarily associated with wealth and financial legacy. This means that 2024 will be a banner year for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is savings technology that enables generational wealth. The synergy between Bitcoin and the dragon are significant. Let's go. That's what's up. Now, check it out. Additionally, 2024 marks the beginning of the 9 fortunes, an era of upward development which lasts from 2024 to 2043 and corresponds to the fire and the sun. When gold ETFs launched, it led to an 8-year bull run. Will Bitcoin ETFs see a 20-year run? He continues, the 9 fortune era brings prosperity to specific industries such as technology, cyberspace, and new types of energy production, perhaps fusion. So basically, Bitcoin, the next 20 years, which are dominated by fire energy, will be very favorable for Bitcoin. And this is a Bagua here. It looks like you got the different elements and all that good stuff. I'm fascinated by all this. So again, I appreciate this post by Samson Mow. I'm going to continue in the thread. Maybe you don't believe in the Chinese zodiac or feng shui, but 8 billion people do. Remember, the Bitcoin ETFs are coming soon to Hong Kong. That's right. Hong Kong is expediting this process since back in January 11th, exactly 1 month ago, the 11 spot ETFs officially launched in the United States. Now Hong Kong is ready to go. In fact, they already have their first applicant, and we're going to be seeing a spot Bitcoin ETF coming out of Hong Kong soon. Also, we're going to be seeing one coming out of El Salvador. Max Kaiser has talked about this, and the drastic difference with his ETF is going to be Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out, unlike any of the current ETFs launched in the US. Now, Samson says, best of luck to you and your family in this special year of the dragon. That's right, man. So year of the dragon, are you pretty stoked for that? Please do let me know. Now, another headline here, Bitcoin price to touch 1 million in days to weeks. According to Samson Mow, the Bitcoin price is on track to soar to $1 million in days or weeks, according to his prediction. And he actually shared a thread, and I'm actually going to read some of this stuff out loud for you. He tweeted here, this was back on December 19th. It got 228,000 views. The Bitcoin ETF is the memo. Most people don't understand how significant the ETFs are in terms of marketing and branding. They will bring a flood of capital, but equally important is the message or the memo that's being sent out. Now, here is one of the commercials with the most interesting men. This was the Bitwise commercial for the Bitwise ETF. Now, Samson went on to explain, take note, there are 12 ETFs being filed by asset managers. First, they're in it for the dollar, not necessarily because they believe in Bitcoin. So don't simp for them. They get dollars. They need assets under management to get them. So everyone wants to be number one, and this is a big competition. That's why I refer to this all as Bitcoin game theory in full effect. And that played out with the fees, for example. Grayscale had the largest, 1.5%. And then asset managers like ARC21, Kathy Wood's company, and others were more competitive with like 0.2% or less, driving more demand. Now, second, they aren't going to passively sit there and hope to win. No, they'll be fighting for assets under management and customers. How do companies fight? They advertise via marketing. Case in point, the Bitwise ad. This battle for the Bitcoin orange glow is going to heat up like you cannot imagine. Think Jonathan Goldsmith is interesting. Wait until BlackRock makes an ad with whoever this is, D Joker Knoll, saying Bitcoin is for winners, or for Prince Philip says hi, by the way, or the Fidelity Super Bowl ad with Michael Saylor saying there's no second best ETF. Now, my question for y'all, being at Super Bowl Sunday, family, I think the Super Bowl kicks off in another hour or two. Let me know if you think we're going to see any ETF ads for the Super Bowl, including Fidelity or BlackRock. And imagine if Saylor made a cameo. That would be pretty lit, right? Now, Samson goes on. So what about the memo you mentioned, Samson? Well, if you're an actor or an influencer of any significance, you can no longer afford to speak ill of Bitcoin. There's too much career risk now. Talk ish about Bitcoin and you're blacklisted forever. That's what's up. Respect to Samson. He also says another memo goes to media platforms. You want our advertising dollars. You better not be pushing content that harms our Bitcoin offering. Preach. And at the end of the day, it's all business. Now it's business in favor of Bitcoin. And the memo goes to journalists too. No more garbage takes on Bitcoin like this. No more FUD. Or you're also going to be looking to work somewhere else. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. The Bitcoin ETF is the memo. Bitcoin is great. Bitcoin is green. We all love Bitcoin. Get with the program or else. Bitcoin at 1 million doesn't sound so crazy anymore, does it? What are your thoughts, crypto fam? Let me know in the chat. Now, he also said, my main prediction is the run up to 1 million happening in days to weeks. That's what's up. Do you feel Bitcoin can make a run like that? And I also want to just point out, when Bitcoin shot up to 69,000, it was like within a 60-day period, we went from like 16,000 to 69. So just note, when Bitcoin rips, it rips. And it can happen fast. We've seen it first and foremost. I know you guys seen it in the previous halving. Now, with expectations, the Bitcoin will benefit from the spot ETF. Samson Mow tipped the Bitcoin price to touch 1 million in days or weeks in alignment with his prior bullish call for Bitcoin. Now, again, I want to know if you feel we can see a run up to $1 million, and by what year, realistically, do you think the King Crypto will hit this staggering price target? Let me know, family, in the comments, and I'm going to share my prediction. Personally, I believe by the year 2029, it's a given. I can very realistically see a $1 million Bitcoin price. However, I'm not writing it off that it cannot happen this cycle. It can still be in play for 2024. It can still be in play for 2025 or any year in between now and 2029. The fact is, Bitcoin has no top and no ceiling because fiat has no floor, right? What if, hypothetically speaking, the US dollar was to absolutely crash and we witnessed the death of the dollar in real time? Bitcoin in that scenario could be at $1 million within a week, right? If the dollar crashes and loses 99% of its value, that's what happens. The Bitcoin price and the purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to increase because the purchasing power of the US dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease. That's all you need to understand. The technical analysis, take it with a grain of salt because no one can predict the future, but all you need to truly understand is supply demand. When you have massive supply and limited demand, it creates number go up technology to create parabolas and enter price discovery modes like we're going to witness this cycle peak. It's a given. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's really a matter of when. As I mentioned earlier, the supply demand, the stock to flow, the buying pressure right now is unprecedented. We have asset managers within 1 month already accumulated close to 200,000 Bitcoin. That's what took MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet. 4 years. They just achieved in 1 month what took MicroStrategy 4 years. MicroStrategy is not slowing down, right? Cathie Wood is not slowing down. Max Kaiser is not slowing down. BlackRock is definitely not slowing down. They're going to be speeding up. So if they're already, just BlackRock and Fidelity are purchasing 10 times the actual supply being awarded to the miners. Bitcoin halving in 66 days. Mining rewards get cut in half. Now it's double the supply being bought up. And then you're not even calculating sovereign wealth fund, nation state adoption. There's just so many bullish catalysts in the market right now. So let me know your thoughts with the Bitcoin halving. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price will likely be by this time within the next couple of months? Do you think price discovery, 69,000 above and beyond, potentially 100,000 as Adam Back is suggesting? And when do you feel we'll hit this cycle peak? Will it be in 2024? Will it be in 2025? Will it be 100,000, 2, 3, 4, 500,000? Can we hit 1 million? Let me know your thoughts in the live chat.